live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. I'm Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. And you, of course, viewer, are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Today is, of course, Woden's Day, aka Odin's Day, aka Wednesday, Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that happened today throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 1, origin of Dionysian incarnation of the world. It's telling me to image search this right off the chute right there, so I'm going to do so. We actually have quite a bit of articles for today, 37-page, articles thing. So, yeah. What do we got here? The incarnation of the world. This is all Bible stuff. So this is a Christian belief here. 31. The Christians celebrate the first Easter according to calendar marker Dionysius Exiguus. It's telling me to image search this, so I'm going to do that as well. Let's see here. And this ties in with the Dionysian thing. So, the calendar of Dionysius, Pope John I, 525 AD, means that we're already in use. A founding of the city of Rome. So this is something else, I think. Not entirely sure. But we got to keep on going here. 410, the southern Yan capital of Gangju fell to the Jin dynasty general Liu Yu, ending the southern Yan dynasty. 421, the city of Venice was founded at noon on a Friday. The Italian city of Venice was founded with the declaration of the first church, that of San Giacomo di Rialto, on the islet of Rialto. And it's telling me to image search this as well. You know, I told you there's a lot of image searches going on this episode here. Let's see here, images. Here we go. Like, just what the city of Venice looks like now. This is not what it looked like when it was founded, but I believe this steeple or this tower here has something to do with that church that I mentioned in the article here. The dedication of the first church, that of San Giacomo di Rialto. 708, Constantine began his reign as Catholic Pope. Pope Constantine became the 88th Pope. He would be the last Pope to visit Constantinople until 1967. That's over 1,000 years. That's over 1,200 years right there. The election of Pope Constantine following the death of Pope Sisinnius, he would be the last Pope to visit Constantinople until 1967. Secondary source was edited. 717, Theodosius III resigned the throne to the Byzantine Empire to enter the clergy. It said here, from the other source, he resigned the throne to the Byzantine Empire to enter a monastery, allowing Leo III to take the throne and begin the Assyrian dynasty. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you've already missed quite a few things. The founding of Venice at noon on a Friday, and the origin of the Dionysius calendar, whatever, in the year 1. The year 31, the first Sunday, or the first Easter celebrated by the Christians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but now we're in 919. Romanos Lecapenos seized the Boccolatini Palace in Constantinople and became regent of the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII.
You're already up to the 1900s.
No, I'm in 1000. That was 919.
Oh, okay.
The year 1000, Fatimid Caliph al-Hakim bi-Amar Allah assassinated the eunuch chief minister Barjuran, assuming control of the government. So we have a lot of overthrowings and violence and stuff happening. 1065, the Great German Pilgrimage was attacked on Good Friday by Bedian bandits, suffering heavy losses. And this is an artist's interpretation of the German pilgrimage here. They're going across a road, stuff like that. Anyway, 1150 here, the Shakespeare-born family of Hampshire, England, started a tradition of giving a gallon of flour to residents to keep deathbed promise. That's interesting. So what's the deathbed promise? What is a deathbed promise? What is that? Which promise does it have to do with giving a gallon of flour to the residents? You know, you're giving them a gallon of flour each, or just 1 gallon of flour for all of the residents to share?
You're asking too many questions.
So, well, I want to know.
Yeah.
1199, King Richard I, the Lionheart of England, was wounded by a crossbow bolt while fighting in France, leading to his death on April 6. We spoke about this yesterday. 1305, consecration of the Scoravigny Chapel, the Arena Chapel in Padula, Italy, with fresco masterpiece by Florentine painter Giotto. And that's what this is, I believe. Look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I know, right? It's just the walls, the ceiling, the other wall there. Like,
Yeah.
let me bring up some other images here. Images, there we go. So it's just more angles and everything.
Yeah.
Like that first picture, though, that was the best, I think. Like everything else is just focused on other stuff. So, but just it's a tall thing, you know, tall structure. 1306, Robert the Bruce was crowned Robert I, King of Scots, having killed his rival John Gomion, Lord of Barondock. Here we go again, another act of violence to get power or something. 1409, Council of Pisa opened, elected Antipope Alexander V in an attempt to heal the Western Schism. So I think that's the fall of the Roman, or the splitting of the Roman Empire, West and East.
Could be.
So in 1410, the Yongle Emperor of Ming China launched the first of his military campaigns against the Mongols, resulting in the fall of the Mongol Khan Baniashiri. 1436, Florence Cathedral, the Cathedral di Santa Maria del Fiore, started in 1296, was consecrated by Pope Eugene IV, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi with support from Cosimo de' Medici. It features the largest dome in the world at the time. And I have this image search this in massive caps because this is just one image I found of it. And the other angles, though, it looks like an entirely different structure from one angle to the other. Like, I first saw this, so I'm like, okay, that looks awesome. And then I saw this, and I'm like, okay, that looks just as awesome in its own way, but I can't use both of them. Wait a minute, yes I can. It's the same building on different sides. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, like look at this in the dark. That is gorgeous. What a beautiful building. What else do we got here? 1535, the 7th Spanish India Armada of 21 ships led by Francisco de Almeida departed Lisbon, aiming to establish a Portuguese viceroy in India. So they're trying to set up shop in India, so to speak, just as the British were doing and everything. It was basically becoming the new Africa, essentially, but I don't think it had as much resources. So, like, other than the manpower. So, 1519, Hernando Cortez, entering province of Tabasco, defeated Tabascan Indians. You know, good old Cortez there. 1584, English explorer Walter Raleigh granted 7-year royal charter by Elizabeth I to explore and colonize North America after Humphrey Gilbert's death at sea. So, you know, more exploration and all that stuff of the New World.
Yep.
1598, Cornelius D. Houghton's fleet departed Amsterdam for the East Indies in Indonesia on a second voyage in search for the then exotic spices cloves, nutmeg, mace, cinnamon, and pepper. Mace. Like, I guess this is spray mace, like mace pepper spray. Like,
no, I don't think
it's called mace. You know, psst, So, but what else would mace be? Like, it's a spice, but possibly not for eating, or at least not meant to be eating. So,
I don't know. You'd have to look it up, I guess.
Mace spice. You know what? We don't have the time, but if anybody wants to look it up, you know, let us know in the comment section. 1639, Henry Hudson embarked on an attempt to find northwest passages to Asia for the Dutch East India Company. He will explore North America instead. Good old Hudson. And he was eventually set adrift in Hudson Bay.
Yeah.
Just, see here. Died June 23rd, 1611. It is presumed he died after being set adrift by mutineers in Hudson Bay on the ship Discovery and never seen again. What a terrible way to go for somebody like him who's done so much. 1634, under charter granted to Lord Baltimore and led by his brother Leonard Calvert, first settlers founded the Catholic colony of Maryland. And now we have Baltimore and Maryland, of course, you know.
Yeah.
His name was Lord Baltimore, so. 1647, Dutch East India Company ship Neru Harlem was shipwrecked without loss of life in the shallow waters in Table Bay, Cape of Good Hope, leading to the founding of the Dutch Cape Colony. Huh. So it was purely by an accidental thing right there. 1655, astronomer Christian Huygens discovered Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Here we have a photo of that right there. Rather small photo, but what I find right there. 1669, Mount Etna in Sicily erupted, destroying Nicosia, killing 20,000 people.
Oh!
Yeah. 1708, a French fleet anchored near Fife Ness as part of the planned French invasion of Britain. Good luck. 1740, the construction began on evangelist George Whitfield's Bethesda orphanage and college. or Bethesda. I'm not sure that like that was majorly historical significance, but I've heard of it. I've heard of Bethesda this, Bethesda that. And I'm not talking about the video game company. 1770, Disagianius led the people of Slovakia in the first Greek uprising against Ottoman rule. So they were trying to get independence. 1776, Continental Congress authorized a medal for George Washington. Good. 1776 as well, U.S. or I guess American Revolution. American patriots conducted a raid on Tybee Island, primarily seeking to capture runaway slaves, whom South refuge with British forces stationed there. Oh, so during the war, escaped slaves fled to the British hands, but wouldn't the British just keep them as slaves, or did they abolish slavery by the 1770s?
I'm not sure their date. I know they did it before us.
Yeah. Well, not sure.
So, I don't know.
All I know is that when Britain abolished slavery, it created such an economic ripple that it wasn't until 2014 before the final debt was paid.
Wow.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of people alive today, who saw legit reparations getting paid. 1802, Great Britain and the French Republic signed the Treaty of Amiens. The Treaty of Amiens was signed as a, quote, definitive treaty of peace, end quote, between France and the United Kingdom. That's pretty substantial there. In 1802. 1807, here we go. British Parliament abolished the slave trade. To answer our question,
Yeah.
Wow, how, like, what a coincidental thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, then again, I read ahead, but I forgot. I can't remember every article.
Yeah.
They abolished the slave trade throughout the British Empire. A penalty of 120 pounds per slave was introduced for ship captains. We also have the first fare-paying passenger railway service in the world. It was established in the Oystermouth Railway in Swansea, Wales. And here we have a picture of that. There's several images, actually, so let me image search that really quick. Ba-doop, ba-doop. We saw something like this the other day. Here, you remember this? Like, there's a giant stagecoach on rails.
Oh, yeah.
It was a different angle, but
Yeah.
it's basically the same vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the side of it in ours.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, this is just without just an open carriage here.
Yeah.
This one has it's built like a stagecoach, so you can seat on top of it as well. What else do we got here? 1807. Nope, 1811. Percy Bysshe Shelley was expelled from the University of Oxford for his publication of the pamphlet "The Necessity of Atheism." So whereas I agree with what you say, like with how colleges and institutions of higher education are these days, they're supposed to be a think tank of free thinking and opposing viewpoints.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, just the shoe being on the other foot, kicking out atheists and everything.
Yeah.
It's just the same crap.
Same thing, different side.
Yep. 1813, first U.S. flag flown in the Battle of the Pacific by the frigate Essex. And I want to image search this really quick because it wasn't of this actual event, but it showed, so here we go, several different flags here.
Oh, okay.
A flag from June 14, 1777, so you have the circle. The flag from May 1st, 1795, the stars and stripes, and then flag on July 4th, 1818. So this is throughout the years. Oh.
Yeah. Well, they had to change the stars.
Yeah.
Stripes are always the same.
Yep. 1814, the Netherlands Bank was established. It sounds like Rothschilds. 1817, Tsar Alexander I recommended formation of Society of Israeli Christians. 1821, the Greek Revolution against the Ottoman Empire was officially declared after hostilities began 2 months earlier, back on February 23rd of 1821. According to the Julian calendar there. 1845, the New Zealand Legislative Council passed the first Militia Act constituting the New Zealand Army. All right, New Zealand becoming a slight military power there. 1846, I'm just making sure I didn't accidentally skip any centuries ago articles there. 1846, German explorer Ludwig Reinhardt arrived in Sydney to a hero's welcome after completing his exploration of Australia's Northern Territory. 1847, Pope Pius issued the 9th encyclical on aid for Ireland. Ireland's always just getting really screwed. The Irish, stereotypically throughout history. Yeah. Well, this is why the encyclical. This happened because the Irish were always underfoot. 1851, Yosemite Valley discovery was made public by Major James D. Savage and Captain John Boiling after being shown by Indian guides in California. So the natives brought them there, and this is a small picture, but I believe that's the falls. That's the main attraction there. And I just realized this. Yosemite, if you put a space here, it says Yosemite. It's kind of weird, you know? Oh. Anyway, 1856, A.E. Burnside patented Burnside carbide, and I looked this up just on a whim randomly, and it appears to be, the Burnside carbide. So, it's a gun. Okay, that's what it is. I thought it was some chemical. No, the carbine gun. Okay, should have known.
That's the same Burnside developed for frozen food.
No, Burnside.
Oh, Burnside.
Like sideburn, burns.
Okay,
Well, I'm reading. I'm really fast and everything. We have we're on page 9 of 37 right now.
Wow.
1857, Edward Leon Scott D. Martinville received a patent for his phonotograph, a device which created visual images of sound. And here it is right here. It's a rather grainy picture. It somehow, like, this appears to be a screen or something, but it made a visual image of a sound. And actually, I'm gonna see if I can find a video of this phonograph. So let's take a look really quick. Da-da-da. The first man to record sound. Well, this is just a recording. This says created visual images of sound, but this is just talking about recording. Oh, here we go. Is that it from the viewpoint of the screen? No. There's just still images. It's not telling us anything. Man, I want to know what these look like in action, if there's even a possibility. 1857, Frederick Landingheim took the first photo of a solar eclipse.
Oh.
This was removed from primary source, but I got to image search this for you because you like these, time frame things.
Yeah.
This is, I believe, one such a case. So, throughout the eclipse, you can see how he's taking it as the moon becomes more and more eclipsed. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then it's going up the other side.
Yeah. 1863, the first U.S. Army Medal of Honor awarded to 6 Army soldiers by U.S. Secretary of War Edwin Stanton in Washington. 1865, the SS General Lyon at Cape Hatteras caught fire and sunk, killing 400 people. It was obviously a military ship, a Union, I guess, SS, although, it was USS or CSS. So just SS. I think this is a Union ship, though. Not entirely sure. We also have, during the American Civil War in Virginia, Confederate forces temporarily captured Fort Stedman from the Union before being repulsed. So they took something, but not for long. 1876, Augusto de Paredes became Prime Minister of Italy for the first time as head of a left-leaning government. And bad times ahead with that. 1878, last issue of the Bulletin de la Declaración Jurassine, the first or one of the first anarchist newspapers. Good. We don't need that crap. 1882, first demonstration of pancake making held at a department store in New York City. So we have here an artist rendition. He's flapping them jacks. Now, I have another picture of pancakes that's going to make your jaw hit the floor. Look at these.
Oh, wow.
Those are fluffy.
Wow, are they ever?
I want to try them. I mean, that just, you
see they're full of air. It's more like cake.
Well, I mean, you can see they're breaking a little bit right here on the edge if you look, right where the fork's touching it. But, man, you get you spread that butter, get some syrup on there. You're in for a treat. And 1889, the first Test cricket match played at Newlands, Cape Town versus England. I had to hit you with one. 1894, Coxey's Army of the Unemployed set out from Massillon, Ohio for Washington, D.C. That sounds horrifying. An army of the unemployed? Yikes. 1895, Italian troops invaded Abyssinia, or Ethiopia. So, I'm not sure if this is the first time or what, but I know Italy attacked Ethiopia twice, and they eventually did conquer them right before the outbreak of the Second World War. 1898, Intercollegiate Trap Shooting Association was formed in New York City. We also have Swami Vivekananda initiated Margaret Noble, Sister Nivedita, into the vow of Brahmacharya, the first Western woman received into an Indian monastic order. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ryder O. Henry, sentenced to 5 years in prison for embezzling $854 from a bank, reportedly to pay for his sick wife's medical bills, went on to write many classics while in jail, including Whistling Dick's Christmas Stocking. That sounds horrifying. What? I don't even want to say what went through my mind. Let's just move on forward here. 1900, U.S. Socialist Party formed in Indianapolis. Here we go. 1902, in Russia, 567 students were tried for rioting and political disaffection and found guilty. 95 were banished to Siberia.
Oh, jeez.
Irving W. Colburn patented sheet glass drawing machine. That's awesome. 1903, Racing Club de Avellaneda, one of Argentina's Big Five clubs, was founded. 1905 as well, Confederate battle flags captured during the American Civil War were returned to the South. What's with us in returning things? I don't get it. 1905 as well, the Greek football club Paeges Diagoras was founded in the city of Rhodes. 1908, Club Atlético Mineiro, founded in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. I mean, like, normally these be nothing articles, but I mean, they're over 100 years old and they're still around. I'm not sure if they're still even around, though. So, 1910, Chalmers Auto Company offered a new car to each league's batting champ. That's
Chalmers? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Chalmers Auto Company. I'm going to look that up here really quick. Let's see here. The Chalmers Award, yeah. It was one of the first attempts to honor Major League Baseball's top players, introduced by Hugh Chalmers, president of the Chalmers Motor Car Company. The award promised a luxurious Chalmers Model 30 to the player with the highest batting average for the 1910 season.
There you go.
Oh, one of these. Oh, dude, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, so what was it called? The Chalmers something. Chalmers Award. Okay, there it is. Here we go. Chalmers Award. So if you want to read more about the Chalmers Award, please check the underbar in the description below. That link will be down there after the live stream. Well, moving on up to 1911, L.D. Swaminathan published Manual of Indian Chronology in Bombay. I looked that up. It's a really interesting looking book.
Oh.
I think it's a history book. Manual of Indian Chronology. I mean, that's, passage of time. I'd like to read it one day, but if they have it in English. I don't know any other language. In 1911 as well, Triangle Shirtwaist Factory caught fire. 145 people died, all but 13 girls in Greenwich Village, New York. What? So 146 garment workers, all but 13 girls. Okay.
Everybody died but 13 girls.
Yeah, okay, well... Oh, that sucks. 1913, Great Dayton flood. Winter rains caused Great Miami River to flood, Ohio's greatest natural disaster. Home of Vaudeville, Palace Theater opened in New York City, starring Ed Wynn. Is that the same Wynn? That of the in Vegas and all that stuff?
Can't be, not in 1913.
1914, the Greek multi-sport club Artis Thessaloniki was founded in Thessaloniki. 1915, the first submarine disaster, a U.S. F-4 sunk off Hawaii, killing 21 people. 1917, the Gregorian Orthodox Church restored its autophagy abolished by Imperial Russia in 1811, over 100 years prior.
Now, how do the submarines sink? They're designed to sink.
Well, I mean, their ballast gets unballasted or whatever. I don't know the entire physics of...
It just sounds weird, a submarine sinking.
Yeah. 1917, we got that one. 1919, Woodrow Wilson's dream of League of Nations became a reality after the League Covenant was adopted at the Paris Peace Conference. So by extension, you could say the United Nations is Woodrow Wilson's child.
It is the forerunner of the United Nations. I won't give him credit on the United Nations.
Well, if it wasn't for him with the League of Nations, the United Nations probably would have never been a thing.
You don't know that.
Well, not as easy. 1919, the Tediev pogrom in Ukraine, which later became the prototype of mass murder during the Holocaust, I guess occurred. Like, it just doesn't tell me anything, and this is from the other source. 1920, we have Greek Independence Day, alright. 23, British government granted Transjordan autonomy. We covered this yesterday. 1924, on the anniversary of Greek independence, Alexandros Papanastasiou proclaimed the Second Hellenic Republic. 1931, Scottsboro boys were arrested in Alabama, accusing of struggle snuggling a white woman. I think they were all acquitted eventually, though. But, or I think some of them were executed. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to look it up. But all of these, they were black. So it's, you know, yeah. They're obviously racially targeted, you know, against these people. But I believe they were acquitted. I think so. 1932, the tomb of the unknown soldier was unveiled in Athens, and you know, Greece. So like this is the one that we've seen in Arlington. This is theirs. There's tombs of unknown soldiers all over the world, as you probably know. Like I know that there's one in Paris.
So. I didn't. I don't know where they are. I have no. I just know of ours.
Yeah, no. They're all over the world.
I'm not surprised, but yeah.
1934, the first Augusta National Invitation Tournament, Masters Golf. Horton Smith won with a 20-foot birdie putt at the 17th hole, one stroke ahead of Craig Wood. 36, 200-inch mirror blank to build the Haley Telescope left Corning, New York for California. It was then the largest telescopic mirror ever made. And the Haley Telescope, you remember the problem with it when they first got it up there?
It was the mirror.
Yeah. So then they had to bring up literally a monocle. 1937, it was revealed Quaker Oats paid Babe Ruth $25,000 per year for ads. I wonder how they didn't figure that out. I mean, like, you make an ad to be seen.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, like, if he's advertising Quaker Oats...
They paid him $25,000 to make ads.
Per year. Why is this being, like it's some kind of secret? It is revealed Quaker Oats.
Maybe it was extremely amount of money. They're not saying it's a secret. They're just making note of it, and it's probably a ton of money at that time.
Yeah. It's just written like it's like a mystery novel. It is revealed Quaker Oats, the protagonist, actually paid for the ads all along. Dun, 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 dun,
probably
dun.
revealed how much money they paid him.
Yeah. 1937 as well, Italy and Yugoslavia signed a non-aggression treaty, the Pact of Belgrade. And Lionel Conchier missed the first penalty shot in Stanley Cup final history. So the first one to slip up. Washington Daily News was the first newspaper with perfumed advertising page. What a thing to perfume. 39, Billboard magazine introduced a hillbilly country music chart. Wow. Country music used to be called hillbilly. I didn't know that.
No.
And back in 1939. 1941, the Kingdom of Yugoslavia joined the Axis powers with the signing of the Tripartite Pact. 42, the first 700 Jews from Polish Lvov district reached the Belzec concentration camp. 1 year after that, 97% of all Dutch physicians striked against Nazi registration. You know, we're going to be facing something like this here pretty soon with all this digital ID stuff coming on. You know, people of the world out there, wake up to what's going on. Educate yourself and prepare. 44, Germany troops German troops executed 335 residents of Rome. We spoke about this the past couple of days. That was the retaliation. War, remember? Yeah. During the war, but that was when there was some kind of the resistance blew up a whole bunch of stuff, and then in retaliation, the occupying Germans killed 335 just innocent civilians that were just there. 45, U.S. Northern Tractor Flotilla departed Ulithi for Okinawa. So I suspect that's like a bunch of ships loaded with tractors. You have to get them over there somehow. So I guess this is when they launch them for Okinawa, when they're going to demolish and probably build or repair the airfield there for bombing of mainland Japan from Okinawa. They launched off of Okinawa, right? After we took it?
I believe so, yeah.
Among several other places. 45, we got that one. 47, no, 48. The first successful tornado forecast predicted that a tornado will strike Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. Did it throw things around like Tinker toys or something? Did it make people tinker when it came over? 49, the Soviet Union began Operation Pro Boy, the mass deportation of 90,000 Estonians, Latvians, and Lithuanians to inhospitable areas of the Soviet Union. Yikes.
Good grief.
That's not nice. The other source says more than 92,000 kulaks. So
kulaks.
I guess an ethnic...
Yeah. I heard, yeah, kulaks. I didn't know the origin of that.
Yeah. There are Estonians, Latvians, and Lithuanians. Yeah. Wait, isn't that the Baltic states? That's the Baltic states, isn't it? Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania.
Yeah.
51, Edward Mills personnel and Harold I. Ewan detected a 21 centimeter radiation at Harvard Physics Lab. Where? Why? That's... 54, Pope Pius XI, or the 12th encyclical Sacra Virginitas, or on consecrated virginity. 54 as well, RCA manufactured the first color TV set featuring a 12.5 inch screen and costing $1,000. Wow.
12.5, a little over a foot.
Yeah.
Across, that's it. Little teeny, big ass box, little teeny screen.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is 12.5 inches does not mean from here to here. It means from here to here.
Yeah.
It's a diagonal, so that way they can trick you for the exact thing that you thought it was. 55, East Germany granted full sovereignty by occupying power in USSR. United States Customs seized the copies of Alan Grimster's poem Howl as obscene. So that did happen in 1955, because it repeats again weirdly somehow. 57, NBA modified the free throw rule. I wonder from what to what.
Well, let's see, 57. They used to have a lot of things. Is this the NBA? They used to have 3 to make 2.
Yeah.
And things like, I know that's one of the definitely used to have. When you're in the penalty, you get 3 free throws to make 2. In other words, if you missed one, you'd get a third one.
Okay.
If you missed 2, you'd only get a third one.
All right.
Now, that was one of them. I don't know if that's what that's referring to.
Now, that's what it was or what it became?
That's what it became.
Okay. Do you remember what it was before that?
Would have been a regular 2 free throws.
Okay. 1957 as well.
And they don't do that anymore. You don't get that third one anymore. Somewhere it got abolished.
You know, I seem to remember that when I was a kid. They used to get 3, right? Like,
yeah.
It was like early 90s?
Maybe. I don't know. It may have still been out. Yeah, probably.
I don't remember that much. Anyway, 1957 here, Treaty of Rome established European Economic Community, the Common Market, with West Germany, France, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg as its first members. The United States Customs seized copy, so it's here again, 1957, and so I'm just gonna delete it here because this might be wrong because it's happening in 55 and 57. It's the same article.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's from my phone or what. So 958 may be wrong. 958, Sugar Ray Robinson became the first boxer to win a world championship 5 times.
Yeah,
excellent.
He's a great one.
Yep. I guess you can say that's sweet because his name is Sugar Ray Robinson. 58 as well, West German Parliament desired German atomic weapons. No, absolutely not. 59 as well, Chain Island was sold by the state of California to Russell Galloway III, a Sacramento businessman, who planned to use it as a hunting and fishing retreat for $5,258.20, or $46,680 in 2020 money. That seems rather cheap for an island.
Even then.
Yeah. Wait, like just like 1 grain of sand above sea level? Like what is it? 1960.
There's a whole bunch of them out there. I don't know which one's which.
Yeah. The first guided missile launched from a nuclear-powered submarine occurred from the USS Halibut. We also have Ford Frick. What a name. Avoided the Indians' Red Sox deal after Sam White retired.
Don't know what that means.
Well, that was his name, Ford Frick.
Yeah, I got that.
And he avoided the Indians and Red Sox deals. Indians, Red Sox, the 2 teams, he had a deal. Sam White retired, so the Ford Frick...
the deal, I guess.
Canceled the deal or something. 1960 as well, U.S. Court of Appeal Judge Frederick Van Pelt Bryan In New York City, Rule D.H. Lawrence's Lady Chatterley's lover was not obscene, overturning ban imposed by U.S. Postal Service.
So it wasn't as bad after all, is what they're saying?
Apparently, well, they said it's not obscene.
Yeah, they overturned the ban.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, overturning ban imposed by U.S. Postal Service.
Okay.
I didn't realize the USPS had the power to ban things. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, 1 year later, third place game was one of the wildest contests in the NCAA tournament history. As St. Joseph defeated Utah 127-120 in quadruple overtime.
Ah, 4 overtimes.
Yikes. Elvis Presley performed live at Pearl Harbor's Blocks Arena in a benefit for the USS Arizona Memorial. His return to the concert stage after a stint in the U.S. Army raised $60,000 and worldwide awareness of this project. Nice.
Yeah.
61 as well, Sputnik 10 carried a dog into Earth orbit, later recovered. But was the dog alive?
I believe he was.
Okay. I thought it was a she.
It could have been. It's a dog. I don't remember.
I don't know.
The gender.
I mean,
holy cow.
That would make sense if it was in a bitchy mood, though.
Oh, that's where you were going. I've been set up.
1964, Egypt ended its state of siege that lasted from 52 to 64. A siege from who, though? Israel? Or who was sieging Egypt in 1964?
Well, they did have some wars. I'm not sure.
Yeah. 1965, Martin Luther King Jr. led 25,000 people to state capitol in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yep.
Completing their 4-day, 50-mile march from Selma to the Capitol.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
65, a West German Bundestag extended war crimes retribution. It's telling me to look that up, but I got to keep going. 66, if anybody can let us know in the comment section, though, what this means, that'd be great. 1966, Beatles posed for photographer Robert Whittaker with the mutilated dolls and butchered meat for album cover of Yesterday and Today. It was later pulled from circulation or replaced with a different photo. Yeah, that's gruesome.
Sounds awful.
Yeah. 66, U.S. Supreme Court ruled poll tax unconstitutional. We've spoken about that a couple of times. 67, the Turtles' Happy Together went on number 1.
Hey.
Yeah, and I actually have it.
Happy Together.
Yeah.
Drummer was a buddy of mine.
Oh, nice. And that's enough for copyright reasons. But if you want to hear the whole song, please go visit the Underbar in the description down there. The link, though, will be after the live stream. 1966, we got that one. 1968, members of the Dairy Housing Action Committee, DHAC, disrupted a meeting of Londonderry Corporation to protest at the lack of housing provision in the city, Northern Ireland. And people need to have a space to stay, rest their heads for the night. 69, stadium singer Julie Garland gave what became her very last concert at Falconer Centret in Copenhagen, Denmark. 1969 as well, Beatle John Lennon and new wife Yoko Ono staged their first bed-in for peace at the Hilton Hotel in Amsterdam, Netherlands. What a really sleazy
being
way.
Interviewed in the bed. No, stupid.
Yeah, I even have a note here. Gross. That sounds horrifying. 1970, Concorde made its first supersonic flight, going 700 miles per hour, or 1,127 kilometers per hour. 71, European Council adopted Marshall Plan, laying off 5 million farmers. That sounds like a communist move right there.
Oh.
Yeah, what the hell? 71, James Callahan spoke at a rally. Speaks at a rally. No, spoke. Okay, do you not know how to write in past tense? The Northern Ireland Labour movement, but rejected call for the Labour Party to open membership to those living in Northern Ireland. All right. 71 as well. NFL football team Boston Patriots became the New England Patriots as they relocated to Foxborough, Massachusetts. So.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. 71, the Army of the Republic of Vietnam abandoned an attempt to cut off the Ho Chi Minh Trail in Laos. 72, no, not that one. 73, AIAW Women's Basketball Tournament. Immaculata defeated Queens College 59-52. Immaculata was the first undefeated team in New York. Dude, nice. Good job. 74, Chipko Forest Conservation Movement began in Reni Village, Western Himalayas, India, when local woman Gara Devi hugged a tree to prevent its logging. And hence the term tree huggers, I believe, was born.
Maybe. That was
75.
the incident. Who knows?
75. St. Catherine's Monastery on the Sinai Peninsula discovered a cache of manuscript fragments, including pages of the Codex Sinaiticus and a pamphlet set with the first ever example of Caucasian Albanian. Huh. So, like, of certain, white ethnic, stuff in documented history. 75 as well, we have Faisal of Saudi Arabia was shot and killed by a mentally ill nephew. Yikes. 76, Argentine military junta banned leftist political parties. Smart. 1979, here we go. Space Shuttle Columbia arrived at Kennedy Space Center to prepare for its first launch, which would eventually happen 2 years later in 1981. It's awesome. The first fully functional space shuttle orbiter, Columbia. So this is the beginning of an era, and I was around when it ended, unfortunately.
You weren't around when it began, though.
No, but it was really sad to see it close, and we didn't really have anything to replace it. And for a while, we actually were reliant on Russia.
I remember that.
Until Virgin Atlantic and SpaceX. You remember the whole rivalry, and then Virgin Airlines, and they even had their own phone, Virgin,
Yeah, Virgin Atlantic,
their own phone carrier and everything. And whatever happened to Richard Branson? He just disappeared like a fart in the wind, dude.
I don't know if he disappeared or he's just hanging on his island, enjoying life.
Yeah. 1982, Wayne Gretzky became the first NHL person, I guess, to score 200 points in a season. It just says first player. Okay, there we go, NHL player. They didn't have player when I first copied this, so it just said he was the first NHL. He's the entire league by himself? Wow. 83, Motown 25, a concert celebrating the anniversary of Motown Records was taped for broadcast at the Civic Auditorium in Pasadena, California. Performers included the Miracles, the Temptations, the Four Tops, Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Jackson 5, and Michael Jackson, who unveiled his moonwalk dance move. Oh, so this is when it happened. Nice.
Apparently so. I didn't know it.
I didn't know it either. 86, Canadian Kurt Browning became the first figure skater to land a quadruple jump. We also have Supreme Court ruled Air Force could ban wearing of yarmulkes. What the hell is a yarmulke? Is that supposed to be a yarmulke? I don't know how to spell yarmulke. What's a yarmulke? I guess a yarmulke. I guess that's how you spell that. A yarmulke?
I don't know.
Or is this something else? Wait, no, that's obviously very Jewish. There's the Star of David. So, are there different ones? Are there yarmulkes and yarmulkes? Or is this something else?
I have no idea.
As an omnist, I need to know this.
Never heard of a yarmulke.
Yeah. 87, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that gender-based workplace affirmative action plans do not constitute discrimination on the basis of sex under the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Bullshit, yes it does. Just as existing, you're prioritizing anything over qualifications. It's unconstitutional. How the hell does it not? Am I crazy?
No.
Like,
I don't go that far that it's unconstitutional. But
well, I mean, rules that gender-based workplace affirmative action plans do not constitute discrimination. It absolutely does constitute discrimination.
Yes, it does.
88, Woman on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, film written by and directed by Pedro Almodóvar, starring Carmen Maura and Antonio Banderas, was released. Well, I guess they've since reached it.
Women generally give me a nervous breakdown.
Oh, absolutely. We also have Robin Givens demanded full access to husband Mike Tyson's money. No. The candle demonstration in Bratislava was the first mass demonstration of the 1980s against the communist regime in Czechoslovakia. Nice. Fight the commies. 91, 63rd Academy Awards, Dances with Wolves, Kathy Bates and Jeremy Irons won. Dances with Wolves, a good movie.
But where they mislead you is they list it, so they sound like Kathy, Jade, and Jeremy were in, Dancing with Wolves, which they were not.
Well, that's just the way it's written, but they were awarded
best
for
actress,
some other reason.
Best movie, best actress, best actor.
Yeah.
Is what it amounts to.
Yeah, they should distinct them. That is a good point. 91, country singer Reba McEntire performed as scheduled at the Academy Awards ceremony just 9 days after nearly her entire band died in a plane crash.
Oh, that was horrible.
Whoa!
Reba McEntire.
Reba McEntire. What a horrible thing to have to go through.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Nigerian crude became competitive in the U.S. Gulf as Nigeria cut crude prices. 365 days later, in 1992, British scientists found new largest perfect number, 2 to the power of 756,839 minus 1 asterisk 2, 756,839. Okay.
I have no idea what that means.
Neither do I, but cool. We also have ICC Men's Cricket ODI World Cup Melbourne Cricket Ground, Australia. Pakistan defeated England by 22 runs for their first trophy. Player of the match, Wasim Akram, PAK, I guess Pakistan. 33, 18, and 3 out of 49. 95, boxer Mike Tyson released from jail after serving 3 years. 95 as well, Wiki Web. Sounds like scratching a record. Wiki Web. The world's first wiki and part of the Portland Pattern Repository. What is with these names?
What's a wiki?
Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah. Was made public by Ward Cunningham. So it's like the world's first wiki. So like Wikipedia, Wiki Web. Portland Pattern Repository. Like it's a W and P. 96, 68th Academy Awards. Braveheart, Nicolas Cage and Susan Sarandon won. Comet C, 1996 B2, Hyakutake approached within 0.1018 AUs of Earth. So 10% of the distance between Earth and the Sun. Astronomical Union. So that's close. 96, the European Union's Veterinarian Committee banned the export of British beef and its byproducts as a result of mad cow disease, BSE, or bovine spongiform encephalopathy. 96 as well, U.S. issued newly redesigned $100 bill. Let's take a look at this here really quick. And do we have any comments? I saw we had a viewer here earlier. We have a viewer there now.
Well, if they show us the new one, I want to see the old one. I see what the difference is.
Yeah, I'm looking that up to see if they have any before and after. Doesn't look like it though. Hold on a second. U.S. $100 bill over the years. Let's see if here we go. Oh wow, look at this.
That's quite a change.
Open image and new tab. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh wow, so it shows the front and the back. So 1862, if you can see it.
I can vaguely. I can see the
general. Oh wow, the yellow on the back.
That one looks familiar. What year is that?
1914.
No, down. No.
1928, 1934. This one.
Yeah, well, no, the one you had there.
This one?
Those look similar.
This is 19. Yeah, you're right. This is when they switched to good old. What was his name?
Ben Franklin.
Thank you. The one guy who's not a president.
Franklin, man, that's the new one, right?
Yeah, at the very bottom, that was a new one.
Yeah.
97, Life After Death, second studio album by the notorious B.I.G. was released. They later received the Billboard Song of the Year in 1997, and he was eventually killed. Biggie Smalls.
All the names I can't remember. I can remember a $100 bill.
Yeah. Well, it's the one that matters.
Yeah.
73rd Academy Awards, Gladiator, Russell Crowe and Julia Robert won. Now, I know Russell Crowe was in Gladiator.
Yeah.
So these two are related.
Yeah, but not Julia Roberts. So it's still Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress.
Are you sure she wasn't in Gladiator?
I'm positive.
Okay. 2006, protesters demanded a re-election in Belarus following a rigged presidential election and clash with riot police. Opposition leader Alexander Kozulin was among several protesters arrested. Oh, wow. 2009, homosexual dating site Grindr, launched by Joel Simikai, first ever dating application to combine dating information and location. So it's just one of these.
A dating site named Grindr?
Yeah, well, it's.
Oh man.
It's because you're grinding.
The guys are gonna get into it, but.
Well, it's gay. It's for gays.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It's for homos, sexuals. You know the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got it now.
Yeah. Or as they like to call themselves now, queer, for whatever reason. That's acceptable again.
That used to be a horrible term for it.
I still view it as it, but apparently it's acceptable, so if that's what they want me to call them, then I will. 2012, Peter Curtis, treasurer of Britain's Conservative Party, resigned after being caught on film selling access to British Prime Minister David Cameron. That's not good. 2013, golfer Tiger Woods returned to his world #1 ranking. All right. 2015, British musician Zayn Malik announced he was leaving the band One Direction. I guess there are more than One Direction, you know?
Plenty of directions you can go.
Yep. 2016, the Rolling Stones performed a free outdoor concert at the Ciudad Deportiva de La Habana Sports Complex in Havana, Cuba, before an estimated crowd of 500,000.
Yeah, wow. I don't remember, obviously, the concert, but they did I saw a movie on that, where they followed him around and, I don't know if it was a movie or a documentary.
Are you thinking about, because this event took place 10 years ago on this date. This was 2016.
I know.
Are you thinking about some other events?
No.
So they've since made a movie of something just 10 years ago?
It was not. It was actual footage.
Oh, so you're watching like was it live? Was it news or something?
Well, it was. I guess they followed him. I can't remember that much about it. I wasn't that impressed. But they followed it up to the concert, and they had the concert. So it was just
leading up to the concert.
It was just following the Stones.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was.
I'd like to know what that was if you can find out. Whatever that
I told you
project was.
everything I remember.
2017, largest banana split ever at 8,040 meters long. It was made in Innisfail, Australia. I gotta look this up here.
Just look up documentary Rolling Stones Cuba.
Documentary Rolling Stones Cuba. The Rolling Stones Havana Moon. Does that sound familiar?
No.
Well, it's about 25th of March 2016.
Yeah, I mean that's probably it. I don't remember the name of it.
That's this date. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what is this? I want to see the largest banana split ever.
There you go.
Oh wow! Oh, look at that! It goes back and forth and back and forth. So it's just a very long banana split. Wow.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Well,
that's a bunch of little banana splits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Get a 50-foot long banana?
Well, no, you gotta put them all together. You gotta take bananas and make a continuous train out of it.
Yeah, but then it melts. Like,
what's that gonna do?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, just the sheer amount of time it'll take to get everything perfect. Like, 2018, Australian cricket captain Steve Smith handed one-match ban after admitting Australian team tampered with the ball in third test against South Africa in South Africa. Had to hit you again with that. 2018, first scheduled non-stop flight between Australia and the UK left Perth for Heathrow Airport in London, arrived after 17 hours. Can you imagine 17 hours on an aircraft?
Yeah, it's pain.
Have you done that before?
Well, I don't know how long it is from LA to London, but it's a long time.
Yeah. 16 hours maybe?
Something like that. It's just a long time.
2018, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un began surprise trip to Beijing by train to meet Chinese President Winnie the Pooh, aka Western Taiwan. So, 2019, Apple introduced new TV streaming platform Apple TV Plus, new services Apple News Plus, and Apple Credit Card at star-studded event featuring Oprah. Oh, goodness. What a monster. 2019, don't forget what happened to Lahaina, guys. And Oprah, she did not do a damn thing. 2019, British Airways flight from London mistakenly flew to Edinburgh, Scotland, instead of Dusseldorf, Germany, when the wrong flight plan was submitted.
Wow.
That is a major screw-up.
That is huge.
Yeah. You know what? That makes you wonder, though, because, if your destination was Dusseldorf and you ended up in Edinburgh, and this is from London, you're going to have a lot of extra fuel. But what about the guy who was supposed to end up in Scotland and had the fuel for Scotland but not for Dusseldorf? Did they not make it? What happened to them?
Well, it isn't either or. They just submitted a wrong deal. That doesn't mean someone else got their flight plan.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an episode, though. Yeah. 2019, first organ transplant between a live HIV donor and an HIV recipient with a kidney transplant in Boston, Massachusetts. Wow, AIDS to AIDS. That's one way to get AIDS, to get some aid there. So, I guess you can say first aid. Oh.
God.
Yes, they did. 2019, first rocket fired from Gaza since 2014 toward Tel Aviv prompted Israel return airstrikes on Gaza. 2019, further power blackouts in Caracas, Venezuela prompted government to tell workers and students to stay home. We also have NASA cancel a planned historic all-female spacewalk because it doesn't have enough spacesuits to fit women. Wouldn't you have
Wow, how's that possible? With $1 billion just spent?
Wouldn't you have figured that out long beforehand? Do we have the suits for them? How do you overlook that unless you're there intentionally? Oh, we don't want women in space. Oh, man, 2019 Teacher of the Year awarded to rural Kenyan math and physics teacher and Franciscan brother Peter Tabishi in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. That's weird. Oh, Teacher of the Year. What made him Teacher of the Year? Did he actually teach things well, or did he say all the bullshit that the system is spewing? 2021, Renaissance masterpiece, the Ghent Altarpiece, 1432, by Hubert and Jan van Eyck, went on display after 7-year restoration in St. Bravo Cathedral in Ghent, Belgium. I gotta look at this. Let's see here. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Wrong, whoops. There you go. I want to do this. I want to save that for later. Let's see here. Images. Ooh, that looks cool. Look at all that. Yeah. Oh, so that's what this is. So this whole painting, like, do you see this whole painting here? Yeah. And that is a lot of detail. That is just the bottom part of this. Oh. Look at that. Oh. That is amazing. What else?
How big is that? Do you have any idea? Nothing there for.
Oh, here we go. Well, it still isn't.
Yeah.
Can I get a good picture? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, you kind of see people say.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? In 2021, Republican-led Georgia State Senate passed restrictive changes to state voting. Joe Biden called it Jim Crow of the 21st century. Of course, he'd know, what Jim Crow is. He was there when it was right in the last legs. He really was. Like, guys, look into when Biden, when Brandon here first got into politics, and you told me about this, when he was first getting into politics and everything. Yeah. That was the tail end of Jim Crow, and he was hanging out with those people.
Yeah.
So,
very much so, yeah. Absolutely right.
Yeah. So if anybody knows what Jim Crow laws are, it'd be him, because he was there supporting it. And blatant attack on the Constitution. Oh, shut up, Brandon. Freaking macaroni brain. 2021, Brandon again, he announced a new goal of 200 million vaccinations in his administration's first 100 days. Previously 100 million. Just pushing that crap. 2023, rare long-track tornado traveled 170 miles from Rolling Fork to Armory, Mississippi. Trail of devastation killed at least 25 people. Yikes. 2024, the door for the Titanic that saved Kate Winslet's character and killed Leo DiCaprio's, despite it being proven that they could have fit on there. So, frickin' Jack died for nothing. Sold for $718,750 at Planet Hollywood auction, beating Indiana Jones' bullwhip and axe from The Shining. Oh, so bullwhip and the axe from The Shining, two different.
Yeah.
I guess combined or something like that.
No, they're two different deals.
No, I know they're two different deals, but their value combined does not outpace this. I guess, right? Why would they include these two?
Because those are the next second and third or something.
Okay.
To me, not combined.
Oh, okay, maybe. So, and you know the door I'm talking about, right?
No.
From the movie Titanic?
No.
At the end when they're floating and they all get on the door?
Oh, yeah.
Sold for $718,750. What a waste of money. 2024, Europe's Center for Particle Research, CERN, approved an experiment to find evidence for ghost particles by smashing particles against a hard surface. Well, give me your head. I can smash particles against a hard surface, I guess I'm a scientist now. 2024, first widespread outbreak of bird flu in cows reported at farms in 6 U.S. states. I know, right? Including one person at a Texas dairy farm. I remember hearing about this. Because the whole
cow's flying.
Yeah.
He's got bird flu.
Yeah, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Now that really is some mad cow disease.
Yeah.
But what do you call a cow with 2 legs?
Tippy?
Lean beef. What do you call a cow with no legs?
What?
Ground beef. Aren't these jokes utterly ridiculous?
Oh, man. No. Stop, please.
2024, homes belonging to Sean Diddy Combs were searched by federal authorities amid allegations of this trafficking, this assault against the rap singer and producer. Yeah, he's in major hot water, as he should. Yeah. Or I guess major baby oil or whatever.
Is that gone to court or?
I don't know.
Pending? I don't follow that stuff.
He's gonna get Epstein. Just watch. It's gonna happen. 2024, UN Security Council issued the first demand for a ceasefire in Gaza, with the U.S. abstaining from the vote, angering Israel. And speaking of Israel, UN-appointed experts said there are reasonable grounds to believe Israel is committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza and report anatomy of a genocide. Both sides are awful. That's all I'm going to say about that. Articles. Whoops. Articles. There we go. All right. That shall be it for the show. Once again, please check the underbar in the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. I also want to add that there's I forgot their name here. What was it? Well, I'll find it, but remind me tomorrow to add it into the description. Somebody wants me to advertise their VR chats. Avatar customization service or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I gotta roll that into my normal outro and everything. For all of you and all of us, I'm Alexander.
Golden Loon.
And if you're for your dose of passive events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you a portion between two sources. Please check the underbar in the description below for all those links. Anyway, until you catch us next time, whenever it is, wherever it is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!